Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better show with your hosts LeeSilber and Ellen Goodwin.
Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better show. I'm your host, Ellen Goodwin, along with my co-host,
LeeSilber.
Very nicely.
Whose was better?
Oh, I don't know. Are we comparing?
Are we not comparing?
We're comparing? Okay. Well, I remember when you were in school and you got questions on a test. Compare and contrast this. I want to talk about comparing.
Okay.
That's today's topic. So I want to talk about the fact that, you shouldn't compare yourself to other people, but you can learn from them. Why compare when you can learn?
Agreed. I think that if you compare yourself to others, first of all, there'll be some people that are less than you, hopefully, and many people that are more than you, and some people that are right where you are. But the people that are more than you, comparing yourself to them, it could either push you to try and do more and be better, or it could put you in a place where you're like, why am I even bothering?
Exactly.
I'll never be tall. Ever.
No, I won't either.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there'll be an app for that.
There's stilts or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you compare yourself, you can get depressed. It can make you not want to do things. I always say, never compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 17, because people have been doing things a lot longer than you.
Yeah. I look in the mirror and I'm like, dang it.
What?
Heavy.
Oh.
And I see people, how are you eating that and not fat? But he's got a different metabolism than I do. Mike.
Right. Damn it, Mike.
But I don't know what he eats when I'm not around. Maybe he's a healthy eater, but when he's with me, he's like, well, I'm with the fat guy. I might as well eat some ice cream. I don't know.
But yeah, comparison, that's one of the problems that they're seeing with the younger generation is they're on apps and things where they are comparing themselves to people that are presenting themselves as perfect. And as we know, nobody's perfect. But if you're seeing Instagram photos, Snapchat, where you don't know that it's a perfectly stylized thing. It's like looking at a magazine where they photoshopped and airbrushed and all that.
It's called the Kardashian Effect.
Yeah.
I just made that up.
But it's perfect. It's perfect. Because you look and it's not like they just snapped this picture. It's a photo shoot. But if you don't know that and you compare yourself to them, you're hopeless.
Well, how people always say, well, especially people who are very wealthy, money isn't everything. It won't make you happy. I'm like, let me figure that out for myself. But
let me compare myself.
You really shouldn't. But how does that relate to efficiency in your mind, where comparing yourself would be inefficient?
Well, comparing yourself just can make you, like I said before, feel like you're less than and not try as hard. Okay, I'm never going to be that rich. I'm never going to have that book out. I'm never going to have that many clients.
Do you want to lay down and talk about this? It sounds like
that didn't sound weird.
Oh no, I meant as a psychologist,
Dr. Freud.
Yes.
But what is efficient about that? Nothing. What would be efficient is to use that as an aspirational, inspirational goal. Wow, they got their book out. Let me look and see how they did it. Because there's a trail. There's always a breadcrumb trail. How did they do that? Maybe there's an article out there about them making their first million, writing their first book, doing whatever. It's there. Or there's podcasts. Podcasts are genius, not only because we do them, but podcasts are genius because people open up and talk about things that you might not find on their website or their blog or anything. They're just, oh yeah, this happened to me. And then you'll find out that, you know what? It wasn't this straight line from A to B. It was a big old squiggly line where stuff went wrong and they had to overcorrect. But you didn't know that. You just see them as perfect. So use someone instead of comparing, use it as an inspirational goal.
I saw a chart once, and it had a blue line going straight up. Then it had a red line under it, kind of going up and down, mostly down. And then it had yellow in between. It's like the blue line is where you thought your career was going. The red line is what's really happening. And the yellow is why you drink.
No. I was thinking about the one that's like, everyone thinks success is A to B with that straight line where it's actually, and it squiggles all over the place. And that's the same way.
Well, I've said this before, but I ask myself often, what would Jimmy Buffett do?
Mm-hmm.
And, you look at that guy and you're like, he's got the perfect life. I don't want to be Jimmy Buffett. I want to learn from Jimmy Buffett. And it has helped me immensely. There's a lot of similarities between us. We're Capricorns, but no, and I don't like. It sounds creepy.
Did you
I
just
know
compare?
his sign. Yes. Well, I've met him a couple times, and we're like the same height. We have, Anyway, point is, I sometimes will say, well, what would Jimmy Buffett do if he was running my career? And that answer has been the perfect answer many, many times. So I'm not comparing myself to Jimmy Buffett because that would be stupid. I'm running out of time to buy my own plane and write a hit song and all that. But it is something that guides your decisions and it saves time because a lot of times indecision, Jimmy Buffett once said, indecision may or may not be my problem. So you could be more decisive. You can shortcut the failures. He said many times, well, I did this, it didn't work. But when I found out what didn't work, I did this and it worked. I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to skip all that stuff that didn't work and go right to the stuff that worked.
That's perfect.
Thank you.
Don't compare. Just learn.
Yeah. And when life gives you limes, make margaritas.
Exactly. All right. Thanks for being with us on the Faster, Easier, Better show. Join us again next week.